Nigel, sitting here today, 6 years on from that vote, how do you think it has all gone?
The first thing to say, Tom, of course, after the pandemic and lockdown, I've lost any sense of what 6 years is. You know, it could be 6 months, it could be 60 years. I just don't know. The big achievement was to get that vote in the face of global opposition from every global leader, the American president visiting, the trade unions, big business. It was a hell of an achievement. You know, people rebelled against the establishment. They then, of course, had to win it again, as Jenny Chapman and others did their best to frustrate the process. So the fact we've left, and that people now say this is not going to be reversed, that is extraordinary victory. And you talk to MPs, Tom, than I do. Parliament is busier than it's ever been because we now are making our own law. They have to vote on it. They've got to earn their money. Now, and I rather like that. That's good. The problem is, every morning I go through my emails, and the level of frustration that Brexit's not been completed, haven't got a proper Brexit, it's beginning to grow to something quite close to disillusion. And unless Boris Johnson is really, really careful, he'll find a lot of those people voting Conservative to get Brexit done, just won't bother next time round. So we do need some rapid action on 2 or 3 points. I think the first is to stop civil service obstructionism. You know, Ian Duncan-Smith and others, the Centre for Brexit Policy, produced their report this week talking on this issue. Jacob, don't just put notes round saying, please come back to the office. Start sacking a few people if they're not getting on with the job. The second thing I think we've got to do is cut VAT, starting with fuel. It was a promise that every Leave campaigner made. I've no idea why Rishi hasn't delivered it. And by doing that, you actually give every household an achievable gain from Brexit. They can see it in their pocket. It makes sense. And the third one's the big one. It's Brexit 2.0. It's the ECHR. And I believe that if Johnson, after that extraordinary ruling, that insult to our sovereignty a couple of weeks ago, says in the next election manifesto, we're going to leave ECHR, we're going to be sovereign over our borders, it'll be like the Brexit battle refought all over again, and it might just win him the next general election. There's lots of other things to talk about. There's fishing, there's Northern Ireland, but at the moment, a general feeling that the government are not gripping the opportunities. We're paying the costs, not taking the benefits.